Hello and welcome to Winging It with Manly Man Matt. That's me. Anyway, today we have round 3. Where have the 2 other weeks gone? Oh my gosh, we've got a round 3 preview. Wow. Anyway, let's get to it. Alrighty, we have round 3. Cannot wait for this. First match off the rank is the Broncos taking on Penrith in Penrith. Let's get to it. Haas is out. Reynolds is out. The Broncos, I don't think, stand too much of a chance. I mean, they've still got Reece Walsh. He can do lots of things. Ezra Mam showed in the grand final he can absolutely carve up the Panthers. But yeah, the Panthers have Fisher Harris out, so that's a bit of a shock to them. But anyway, I still think Cleary will just game manage and win the game for him. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I think it's going to be a bloodbath. I think it's going to be about 20 points to the Panthers. So yeah, I'm not going to put a bet on it because I don't believe in myself. But anyway, what can you do? Panthers by 20. Next match, we have the Warriors and the Raiders. Warriors are the favourites to win this. It is at Christchurch. It should be a win by the Warriors, but you never know. I mean, I thought they'd win against the Sharks, but they didn't. But anyway, the Raiders are 2-0. They're looking pretty good. They've got that team that just seem to be hungry for success. They're there for each other. Yeah, if I was Ricky Stewart, I'd be putting in the siege, not the siege, the ambush mentality like they did at the Knights, and yeah, it's basically all for one and everyone against Canberra. So, but I'm still gonna go Warriors. I'm gonna go Warriors by 6. I don't think it'll be very. I don't think it'll be like a bloodbath like Panthers, but I think it'll be pretty close. I think it'll come down to the dying minutes. Anyway, next match. Roosters and Raiders. Roosters and Raiders. Roosters and Rabbits. That's the one. I am mistaking myself. Roosters versus the Rabbits. The oldest rivalry in the book. The best, probably the best rivalry ever in rugby league. I mean, you've got Manly and the Eels. You've got Manly and the Bulldogs. You've got Eels and the Bulldogs. You've got Eels and the Panthers. Tigers, all this kind of stuff. You've got all these rivalries. Broncos versus Cowboys. I mean, but nothing can beat the Rabbits versus the Roosters. Nothing can beat it. It's both teams absolutely go at each other. Both teams hate each other. It's the greatest rivalry in this game. In saying that, Jack Whiten's back for the Rabbits, so that'll prove really good for them, I think. Whether or not he's got that combination already down, we don't know. We don't know yet until Friday night. I'm going to go the Roosters. I think Dom Young looked. He was always looking dangerous with the ball, so if they can get the ball out to him. Keary is out, so Sandon Smith comes in. There's a few. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like Lachlan Ilias is also out, so Hawkins comes in for him. So I don't know. There's a bunch of changes. I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to tip the Roosters to win it, to go 2-1, and the Rabbits to fall to 0-3. But you never know. The Roosters could fall to 1-2, and the Rabbits could go up to 1-2. So it's a funny little game, rugby league. It really is. But let's move on to the next game. The next game is the Bulldogs and the Titans. This is at Belmore, spiritual home of the Bulldogs. Both teams are winless, so one team should walk away with a win. I don't know who. I would probably say Titans, just because the Bulldogs have been poo lately, but so have the Titans. But they're coming off a bye. Hopefully they've been training hard, making sure their combinations are down, making sure they can actually catch the ball, not give away penalties. I mean, it's the basics of the game. But yeah, I'm going to tip Titans to win this one. Bulldogs haven't shown me anything that they can do anything. So until they do, I'm going to tip Titans. Titans by 10. But anyway, let's move on to the next match. Dragons and the Cowboys. This is at Netstrata Jubilee. So The Dragons were great in their first game. They were awful in the second game. Cowboys, well, they've been great in both games, putting up a large score, putting in lots of tries, lots of points. It really depends what Dragons outfit we're going to get. I don't know. I'm going to play it safe and go Cowboys. Cowboys by 12. But you never know with the Dragons. You never know. Suli and Ravalawa can just absolutely be wrecking balls. If Ben Hunt can control the game, if Jack Bird can come in and get a try or two, who knows? But the Cowboys just have, I think, a little bit too much strike power in Holmes, in the hammer, not the hammer. Anyway, they've got too much strike power. I'm struggling to name Cowboys players at the moment. But, yeah, too much strike power. Cowboys by 12. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. The next game is the Tigers versus the Sharks at Leichhardt. What a great game. What a great game that'll be for the Sharks. The Sharks will win. The Tigers were dreadful against the Raiders. So, yeah, Sharks will win. Easy. Nothing much to say. I think Nico Hines will go off. You've got Mulitalo. You've got Jesse Ramian, I think. But, yeah, you've got... Yeah, Sharks will win. There's not much to say about this match. Hopefully the Tigers can prove me wrong, but I think they'll be staring down to 0-2. A 0-2 thing to start the season, so what can you do? Next match. We'll skip over this one because we'll talk it last. But the Knights and the Storm. The Knights have been crap. They've been just crap. The Storm, having Pappenhausen back, is a godsend. Like... The Storm will win. Storm will win easy. They should win. If I'm proven wrong, well, whatever. But, Storm will win easy. Not much to say. Pappenhausen had an absolute amazing game last week. By 3 tries, I think, or 2 tries, or whatever it was. He dominated. So if he can do the same thing, although I do think that they're coming in with Jonah Pezzett and who was the other half? There's somebody else other than Jerome Hughes, so that might prove to be meh. But the Knights have also done a half change with Jackson Hastings being benched, relegated. So, and Jack Collier coming in. Collier did a really good job against the Broncos in the grand final. So maybe that form just rubs off on the Knights. I don't know. But anyway, let's move on to the absolute game of the round. The Sea Eagles versus the Eels. Let's go. This is at CommBank at Parramatta. I won't be able to attend, unfortunately. I attended last week because it was at the same time, but I wasn't able to get to work. So, yeah, I can't take 2 Sundays off in a row. But anyway, I probably could, but I'm not going to. But, yeah, anyway, Sea Eagles versus the Eels. Massive rivalry. Both clubs came in the 1947, I think it was. What can you say? What can you say? This is just... The Eels have 5 ex-Sea Eagles players playing. In Gutherson, Harper, Tuolagi if he plays. Joey Lussick, I think, played a game. And Sean Lane. And we've even got the coach, even Brad Arthur. I mean, he even played, so... And we've got Brad Arthur's son playing. Oh my God, we are. Yeah. I'm really hoping we get the win. Our teams are very similar. Very, very similar. Both gun fullbacks. Both, the centres and the wings are very talented, but, I'm not going to say they're mid. But yeah, both really, really good halves and big bodies in the props and forwards departments. So yeah, I don't know who's gonna win. I really don't. This is I'm gonna be nervous watching this game. I really am. I'm always nervous watching a Manly game. Even last week, we're up by 7 points with a minute to go, and I was still thinking, oh geez, if they get an intercept here, they'll come through, and they can then. You watch, we'll do a kickoff and it'll go straight to them and they'll run straight through and they'll end up winning. I was like, ah. But anyway, I'm hoping that the Eagles can get the win. The Seagulls. Come on, let's go. I really want the Seagulls to get this win. I'm not too sure if they can. I mean, they can, but I don't know. I'm going to go Seagulls by 2. I think it'll be a really close game. At CommBank, I think Parramatta fans will really get up their team. It'll be a volatile atmosphere to walk out on too if you're a Seagull, but yeah, I think Seagulls by 2. That's what I'm going to do. But anyway, that's it for the weekly review, preview, whatever you want to call it. I really don't know. It's up to you what you want to call it. But anyway, the preview has been done. 8 games, 16 teams, 1 team on the bye. This will be a great week of football. There's plenty of great matches. I mean, I'm looking forward to obviously Seagulls, Eels. I'm also looking forward to I'm also looking forward to the Roosters Rabbits. That's a massive rivalry. I don't know why that wasn't the game in Vegas, but anyway. Panthers Broncos tonight will be great. Oh, I cannot wait for it. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of teams like Dragons, Cowboys. I mean, you don't know which Dragons team is going to appear. Like, it could be last week's team and the Cowboys could absolutely put 70 on them. But anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Kick a football, hug a loved one. Go the Mighty Seagulls. And I will see you on the weekend for the bye week team, the Dolphins. Let's talk about the Dolphins.